Alright, so this video is coming from the Musketeer Discord, which you should join, and the suggestion he wanted was Beyblade. But these three buffoons know nothing about Beyblade. So just like my Pokemon GOAT, we're talking about some peak. But this time I decided to spin a wheel with a bunch of topics. And today, well, we're about to glaze. So in the Evolution series, Vault has been scouted by them Spain demons. And even outside of his hometown, he's still putting belt to ass. That nigga the GOAT. And when he approaches BC Seoul, enters and fools around no young Chris, and the NBA scouting report basically begins. But instead of it being a bunch of randoms, we actually know somebody. It's kind of like when Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow joined the Bengals. Anyway, they ran a couple matches to see who actually liked that, but they end up getting interrupted by the GOAT.
You ain't intro my—
Oh yeah, my GOAT. Chris asked him to join, but he was like, nah, everybody here trash. He ended up coming down anyway because it's the main character turn. Shawty told him to peep game, and game he peeped. And that's really all. Free was not rocking with these new guys, so he went to the corner and took a nap. Meanwhile, the OGs are over here wiping out the rookies till it was time to face each other. Now, this battle was low-key forgettable, but peep game. Vault's Veltric ended up getting speed blitz to the wall, making it go even faster. Now, this wastes Free, and he actually starts watching greatness. But not too long after the match, Free starts suspecting Vault's stick. He's like, this one? How the fuck niggas get a new gen and start acting crazy?
your mouth and saying some dumb ass shit. You not gonna answer the question.
Talking, nigga. What the fuck did you talking?
How you? I'm gonna let you talk. How you went from GD to Crip?
How I went from GD to Crip? It happened.
And that's all we see of him till the next episode. So there's an announcement to all the Bladers in BC Seoul. Okay, stay with me, cause this is a tongue twister. On some Roman Reigns Royal Rumble shit, everybody here has an opportunity to box for free. But the only thing is, we need some niggas who know they're gonna win. And the nigga they selected is Voltimus Ahoy. Wow. He's literally itching to scrap. He ends up running and bumping into Free, and he's not trying to waste no time. Got to the stage and said, what we doing? Vault hyping himself up knowing he one of them ones, and Free's over here showing off his bait. Mini Draco Fafnir. But the thing about Free, he swing landed. No, he not regular. So Free doesn't use a launcher. And I bet you're like, how come he doesn't use a launcher? Yeah. All I gotta say, peep game. Vault does his normal launch while Free just tosses his into the arena. Vault's mad confused while Free's over there like trust the process. Fafnir is losing speed while Veltric is over there moving like lightning fucking McQueen. Veltric goes in for an attack, but that don't work. Veltric keeps spitting up Fafnir to the point of losing itself, allowing Free to take the dub by doing absolutely nothing. He then tells Vault, welcome to the real league, you fucking with a baller. Next is Yusuke Urameshi. Free like I'm about to send you back to Yu Yu Hakusho. Then the battle commences. Now Yusuke has a stamina type, so obviously he thinks he's about to win. Well, he ended up doing the same thing Vault did, and that's when Free knew they both couldn't hang. Free's like, we need to send y'all niggas to the G League. And after running through the rest of BC Seoul, he just dips. Cut to a few episodes later, and BC Seoul finally gets their first matchup for the European Open. But the funny thing is, their opponents are dead ass. One demon and two random niggas. But I won't be talking about this fight too much because we starting off with Free. He told Yusuke to sit back and watch greatness. His opponent talk about how it's gonna be a good match. But look at Free. He generally does not give a fuck. The one time he uses his launcher, this nigga turned into a fucking demon. There's genuine fear in his opponent's eyes. We start the match and just look how he rips it off.
Let it rip.
This nigga has never been this intense. Fafnir lands, and if I explain what happened here, we're gonna be here all day. So basically, he enters the avatar state, and in less than 10 seconds, Free won the match. Had dude perplexed. All that talking he was doing earlier meant nothing. Both Vault and Yusuke lost their matches, so that means Free has to walk back up. But this time he's fighting one of them ones. I'm gonna end up making a video for most of these characters, but besides Free, Kuza is one of them ones. We cut back, and Free is over here bonding with nature. This somehow makes him lock in, and now we're about to have a WrestleMania Classic before us. They both launched letting their bay goes, but this time Free put his bay on cruise control, and like everyone else, Kuza falls for the bait. Kuza actually managed to move Fafnir, but to Free, that was murder she wrote. Told that boy like mail, he just got delivered.
You've got mail.
This ends up tying up the match, and Kuza is genuinely heated, bro. We cut to Free talking to some random guy, and it turns out he's getting shipped to America. But Walter Ahoy was not letting that shit slide. Pulled up on Free, challenged him to a battle, got fried, and then fell to his knees like Little Dirk in that one video. But that concludes Free's Spain run. We cut to America, where Free is now a part of the Raging Bulls. The owner's giving Free a tour around, and that's where we seen that Shu Fraud and I is on his squad. But he's pressing him on Vault Ahoy. This nigga Free does not give a fuck though. And then we don't see that nigga to episode 37 when he pulls up on the greatest rage baiter in Beyblade history, Stephen Louie Curry. Free's like, I heard you beat that fraud. I forgot his name. I think it was like, I'm a ride red eye like a demon. It was something like that. But Louie like, okay, I did what's up. And that's when Free told Louie he got next. But this idiot decided to record the whole entire fight with Free and Louie both launching their bays. Louie shifts to second gear, no Luffy, ASAP. Then third gear, but Free was like, nigga, hell no. Popping his ult, making this into a real battle. Louie was like, I bet that then. Popping his ult too, leading to a double knockout. They both lined up again, just for them to go back to back, no Drake. But we cut later to BC Seoul, where they're watching the game film. And for their final match, Louie did some hand movement shit, but they were still even, no Steven. Free's Fafnir ended up kicking Louie like a bro kick, but the wall ended up rebounding it, pushing it in the fourth gear, allowing Louie to geek out and tell Free America wasn't doing nothing for him, leaving not only him, but everyone watching the film bamboozled. And that's when Free walks back in like, welcome home. Alright, so Free don't really got any exciting matches besides the final two, but we're really only gonna cover Free versus Louie. We cut to Free, this 12-year-old moving a rock with his whole entire body. I don't know what they feed y'all niggas in Spain, but this is not how we get down. He's been going at it for a while, so he ends up getting spotted by Chris and Vault. But they only step in once this nigga picks up a fucking boulder. Vault knew his fate was sealed, so he came down and helped him with the boulder. And even after Vault helped Free, he went straight back to grinding. Anyway, it's battle time. Louie step out looking like Trick Williams. Meanwhile, Free is on his nonchalant-ish. They get ready to squabble, with them both trying to take the center circle. They clash for a bit, no clans. And when Fafnir went to go attack, that's when Louie got the knockout. Louie is now up 1-0. And Free is not phased. Cause remember what I said earlier in the video? He's over here showing off his bait. Mini Draco Fafnir. But the thing about Free, he swing landed. No, he not regular. Turn demon mode on, and Louie for some reason started hitting the Shinsuke Nakamura. Second battle starting, and they're not playing around. Fafnir hit Louie, shifting his gear, and as the battle commences, the shifts start gearing. So Louie decided to pop his ult. But like I said, Free's not regular. He had a plan this time. Popping his ult as well as telling Louie, that little 1v1 we had, you can have that, cause I'm one of bigger things. He ended up launching Louie up in the air, leading to a ring out with the score being 1-1. Louie's like, man, that little shit was slight, bruh. But then out of nowhere, Free start delivering a 10 out of 10 speech.
Why you hate on me, nigga?
We don't understand.
Show love, nigga. It don't show nothing. It don't.
Out of nowhere, Free started tweaking, and all you could see is,
Come on, I got your back, cause you my bread. Screw, baby, that's my money. That my Russian price turn me up. That my Russian.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
now this is tweaker Free. Louie think this is a joke, so he was doing this hand movement shit, and they started moving different. Free got a little bit of burst in him, so this whole match he really just be zooming. Louie genuinely thought he had the scoop, but that don't work. He ends up shifting his gear and thinking it's rats for him, so he pops ult. But little does he know, Free was 2 steps ahead, skirting off on that nigga, came around the corner and hit that nigga out of the arena. GG's. Now he's perplexed. Free De La Hoya has successfully beat Louie. And to add insult to injury, he just gets on his podium and leaves. But that's it for the video. Subscribe and I'm out.
What can I call it on me? Toss these out and no challenge violent. You wanted wars, so tell me where do we be?